Welcome to my episode 6 review of season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, which finally has Jessica Jones in it, which made me so happy. It's cool to see Kristen Ritter back in the MCU, and she's not in the episode a lot. She has 2 scenes, one at the opening with her daughter, and another one with teaming up with Daredevil, where she explains it about Mr. Charles and what he's done several years ago. And also later fighting the task force, the anti-vigilante task force. I thought was a very cool fight scene and I thought it was cool to see her again, and I thought that fight scene was really awesome. And yeah, so it's cool to see Kristen Ritter back and Jessica Jones, and I can't wait to see more of her in hopefully it's episode 7 and 8, who knows. So after the death of Vanessa Fisk, there are protesters around New York City going against Wilson Fisk, Mayor Kingpin of New York, and voting and going alongside Daredevil, being on his side, and being against him throughout the episode, which I thought was very, very cool, and going of them betraying one of the most dangerous characters of all time with Wilson Fisk, even after he lost the one most important person in his life, and they had a funeral for her, and it was a very kind of emotional sequence of her funeral. And I thought when Wilson Fisk killed one doctor, it was a very intense sequence. And I can feel Wilson Fisk's pain. And Vincent D'Onofrio is amazing, giving a very menacing performance and a very emotional performance as Wilson Fisk. He's so perfect for this role. I really always enjoyed him as the character. And I really enjoy every scene that he's in. He's one of the characters that steals the show in the show, alongside Bullseye. And who, speaking of which, who, as we saw in the previous episode, was injured after getting shot by Vanessa Fisk in the earlier episode, episode 4. Bullseye gets healed, but Karen Page is not happy about it, and Daredevil for letting him live, feeling that people keep dying because they're Kingpin and Bullseye are still alive, and Daredevil not killing them. And she recalls the moment where she shot someone, and like in season 1 of Daredevil in the original show, we see a brief flashback of that in this episode, which is kind of cool. And she feels like she doesn't regret it, and she is not happy with Daredevil letting bad people die. And but Daredevil has a rule against killing people. And I can kind of see why Karen Page feels bad. She doesn't feel like it, because bad people are to live, and they don't deserve to live that much. And also, I thought Mr. Charles was pretty funny, still very fun in this show. Matthew Lillard, I thought was a fun character as well, for brief scenes that he's in this episode. And I thought the Alaya family were still very good in this episode. The mother gives a speech to the protesters of New York City about what Wilson Fisk did to them, and what Daredevil saved them, and that made the protesters angry at Fisk. And I really thought the BB and Daniel subplot was very decent, and we see them in 4th episode at the boxing match, but Daniel goes with another person who works for Fisk, but things get a little heated between the two at halfway through the episode when Daniel finds something in her pocket, broadcast, so I thought the chemistry was pretty decent in this season, right, so far. And really thought the fight scene between Kingpin and Daredevil was pretty awesome. And it started out with Daredevil giving a speech to Kingpin about losing people that they love, like Foggy, Vanessa, etc. And he thought about, like, if you leaving New York, I'll leave New York. But then Wilson Fisk decided to fight Daredevil rather than work things out between each other, and have a cool fight scene between the two. And but then Daredevil leaves him hurt because he won't let him kill him, because Daredevil won't kill him. And the vigilante task force, like, one of them, like, Powell, shows no mercy and kills one of the traitors, and shoots one of the and shoots Javi, but while he's still breathing. But also he points a gun at Karen at the very, very end of the episode. And yeah, I'm very curious of how things gonna work out in episode 7 and of course episode 8. And so yeah, I really enjoyed this new episode of Daredevil Born Again. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was pretty good. It was cool seeing Jessica Jones again for the first time in years. And yeah, and it makes it more exciting that the Defenders are coming back in season 3. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 6, Requiem. So yeah, so that's it for this video, and peace out. Bye, and see you for another epic video.